Welcome back to another episode of Surviving Fishing Adventures. Imagine that!
The trusty muddy Luxie is broken down, and now it's up to us to survive off the land until help arrives. Stranded in one of the most beautiful yet unforgiving places on Earth. But don't worry, we've got our fishing rods and hopefully the creek behind us is teeming with life. Join me as we turn this challenge into an unforgettable fishing adventure.
And fish on! And we definitely got a few in there, nice. So let's give it a crack, hey? Let's get right into those mangroves, find a couple of jacks, light a fire, happy days. Alright, let's try to find a way through here. If one thing doesn't work, try something else. So we just got a little strip of mullet on a 4-0 hook, I think it is. I'm gonna work that out there. And fish on! He's definitely pulling a bit. What have we got here? Come on, be a jack. Catfish. And there you go. I'm gonna try that one more time. That could be a jack. The way how he wanted to get into the snag there. And it is a mangrove jack, sick. And he's a good size. Very happy with this jack, nice. And here we go. Beautiful little mangrove jack, 35 centimeters. He's gonna be absolutely delicious. I haven't caught a jack in a long time. I'm very happy that this worked out so quickly. That's gonna be very tasty. Let's quickly try to get another one before the tide starts rushing into the creek and we can't fish it anymore and have to rush out here in safety. Still watching out for crocs, but if there's any more water coming in here, this is gonna be sketchy. So I'll quickly put them aside and we're gonna keep fishing and then set up a fire and have a nice feast. We're gonna quickly get through here somewhere and walk up the riverbed a little bit. Here it's nice and shallow, so I'm sure that there is no crocs around. Sorry guys. Let's get that under there. Nice. And see if we can't get another one. Maybe all that here is a little bit shallow and I'll go back to the honey hole from earlier.
I'm pretty amazed about the unique beauty of this mangrove forest around me here.
Perfect. And fish on again. What have we got there? Is that another little jack? Another little jack. There you go, buddy. Little cod. I'm gonna let you go as well. Beautiful colors. Let's try that one more time. No, it's not tiny. That's another jack. Yeah, 31. He's not big, but he got it quite deep in there and he's also bleeding a little bit, so I reckon that's our bag on jacks. And back to light a fire. Here we go. Another beautiful jack. Not as big as the first one, but size. Pretty happy with that. Got our jacks in a couple of hours. New territory. Like talking about the surroundings of the mangroves. It's been a long time since I fished that kind of territory. And also the jacks. And I'm sure we're gonna get a few more of those delicious jacks on upcoming adventures here. But now let's get out of here and get the fire cranking, because I'm already pretty hungry, so looking forward for that. Cockatoos everywhere. Ready for the fire. Got it. Got the gills out. Man, I'm looking forward for those ones. They're gonna be so tasty. And here we go. Just got a bit garlic butter in there, some lemon in there, some spices, and now we're just gonna wrap them up and do the same with the other one. Let's get that fire going here, get some coals going. I reckon that should be good enough to chuck our food on there, and I want to put a potato in there as well that I prepared. Just gonna put that here, one over here and one over there. I give that a tiny little bit more, so then it's serving time. Let's try to serve it on here. And let's have a look what happened to the potato. There's let's take that out and just carry that over for the moment. And what a view! We're just gonna chill in the shade here behind the trusty mighty Luxy. Mangrove Jack number 1. Let's get onto the second one. Let's start with the cheeks maybe. And they're both cooked absolutely to perfection. This is so good. Just as it is by itself, just with a few spices. And let's get into the potato business. It turned out alright. Oh, I reckon now I'm just gonna kick back in the shade, relax for a moment, wait for all that water to rush out there, and then we hike back out in the mangroves at some point, maybe in a couple of hours, and flick that rod a few more times. Alrighty, hiking back out in the mangroves and leaving a trail of deep footsteps behind us here in the mud. I want to give it another crack on getting us some dinner for later on. I want to fish another body of water that we haven't fished yet. Oh, that looks absolutely perfect. Let's get a bait on the hook and get it in there. Getting some bites here. Hopefully they didn't just pick it off. Oh, good fish. That's a good fish. And it's a cod. I would like to have another jack, so we let you guys go back. Try that again. And on straight away. I think that might be another cod. Oh, maybe now that's a jack. I'm gonna let him go, he's not that big. He's probably like in the high 20s, mid to high 20s. Let's try that one more time immediately. Yeah. Another small jack. Alright, you can keep that. There you go. Yep, good fish on. just pulling hard in the first place, or we got a proper one? Let's have a look what we got here. No, that's just 29. He's going back in. You see the little stingray down there? Alright, it's getting pretty dark, as you can see. I think that's it with fishing for today. Just hiking back to the Luxie. Just gonna light a big fire, I think, and just chill out for the evening. And I would like to watch the sunset, but that's already been happening. Have a look, those colors behind me on the sky. It's kind of too hard to get away from people. I'm already in the remote Kimberley, but there have been a few people setting up camp behind us, and I've also just been making friends with John. I think I kind of passed my little challenge, and it's not us only sitting by the fire warming ourselves. We also got a mud crab on there that John was catching earlier. That's gonna be a nice little treat here. Enjoy ourselves by the fire, enjoy the cold ones, and I'll see you guys in the morning. And another morning here at the creek, and we give it another try on some jacks. And immediately at the new spot, and it looks like a sizable one. Little jack, little trevally. Could almost keep him. No. And a little jack. No, it's a cod. There you go, buddy. What have we got here? Oh, that feels good. No, I lost him. Alright, let's try to get that one again interested. Come on, buddy, take it. Come on, take it. Oh, gotcha! I think that might be the one from earlier. It's a brimble. Not a bad size. I might keep him as well. The rest goes back in. And back to the lucky spot from yesterday. And fish on. What is that going to be? Is that the catfish? I just put a fairly big live bait out there. That's not a jack. Oh, big cod. Hey, buddy. He's 51. Not the jacks we came for, but pretty decent cod here. I already got enough food with the trevally I caught earlier, and also the brim, so we're gonna let him go. But that's a pretty nice fish, and that would be pretty tasty as well. And there you go, buddy. Have a nice day. Alright, let's have a look if we can find anything in those snags here. The other day I could see some jacks here, so let's give that a proper try. Just small nibblers, so let's try that area. We just start with those snags and then work our way slowly along there, sort of. And fish on again. Doesn't feel massive. Another cod. And there you go. And fish on again here. What's that? Another brim. It's a lucky day, we already got one. Another good sized brim. Alright, you can keep that brekkie, and there you go. Don't spit it out, buddy. And that's us done here with fishing for this morning. I'm pretty happy with what I'm taking to check on the fire in a moment. And talking about the fire, still have to collect some firewood around here before the tide starts pushing in. And later on probably have another look for a mud crab. We're quite a bit away from the next town, but it is weekend by now, and some of the local crew wants to enjoy the same beauty as I do up here in the Kimberley. I guess they must be locals, having a pretty nice setup there. So regardless of what I told you in the first place, luckily the Luxie isn't broken down, and we're just gonna enjoy ourselves here probably for another night at least and see how we go. I just really like those mangroves, and yeah, just continue exploring the surroundings and enjoying some fresh caught fish off the fire, and hopefully a couple of muddies as well. I actually had a bit of a chill afternoon, just been chilling out in the back of the Luxie. It was windy and it was hot, so I just had a little nap time. And now I've just been lighting a fire. Soon I'm gonna get the fish ready, wait for the coals to be ready, exposed after the fire to chuck the fish on there. But have a look what I found sorting out the firewood here. I found those two nuggets here and there, and that reminds me on watching Bear Grylls like a while ago. Ugh. And he used to eat them, and I also remember his expression on his face when he did, and also when he did bite on them, and it splashed everywhere, and he said it tastes like baby poo, I reckon. So let's give it a crack, hey? Nah, screw that. So we may hold on to those two beauties for tomorrow for fishing. Maybe we're gonna catch a new PB of something tomorrow. Yuck, hey? I'll just get the fire ready. Or the coals, I should say. I think that is the trevally. Yes, it is. The trevally is pretty good, definitely. I don't eat brim very often because they're very slow growing. That's the first yellowfin I'm eating. I only ate like maybe 2 or 3 black brim before, and they were pretty tasty, I would say. That's pretty good. Alright, I'm gonna finish that and then just chill by the fire a little bit. It's really amazing watching the stars on the sky. There's like just no light pollution, and it's so nice to see all that up there. But while the fire is slowly on its way out, I'm slowly gonna make my way to bed as well. Once that is burnt down, have a good night rest, and I think tomorrow morning we're gonna continue exploring a bit of the Kimberley. Very excited. A lot of big mangrove jacks just sitting under a tree. Jordan is on.
I'm in. I'm gonna run.
And fish on. Jack on. Big mangrove jack straight away on. Bam. Definitely got a bit size to it. Buddy, later on, boys. Oh wow. Yep, you're on again.
See where the shark was. Just grabbed the leader and ripped him straight out.
I saw that.
Double hook up.